fucking magnificent. Fucking magnificent.
Fucking genius.
And we're live! We're live, everybody.
I wasn't even through dancing yet, Gizzard Stew.
I know it was shortened.
Man.
It was a short version.
Not sure how I feel about the shortened version.
I don't know either. We're live, though.
Live on
Hey!
someone's channel.
Hey!
Hi!
How are you?
I'm doing all right. How are you, Gizzard Stew?
Frazzled.
Frazzled?
Little
What are you
frazzled.
frazzled about, Gizzard Stew? What's making you pontificate your meaning in this madness that we call life?
I don't know.
You don't even know?
Let's say hello to some people.
Sure.
Mr. Burgundy's out there.
A whale's vagina to you, good sir.
Phil Putty Putt Wheeler is here.
Putt.
Owen Ginter.
I hope that back rub treated you right, Owen Ginter.
Owen Ginter.
Man, he got quite the back rub.
Really? Where'd he get a back rub? From the massage parlor?
On Fresh from the Kitchen.
Oh, he did?
Oh yeah. That one got out of hand in a hurry.
Wow, lucky bastard.
I know, right?
Diesel 223.
Yeah. Him and Slash's show coming soon.
Kim
How
Dixon.
to slip HGH and protein powder into every mix.
Kim Dixon. I finally know what Kim Dixon looks like.
She's on Instagram. You can go see what she looks like.
She's a Southern belle.
Mm-hmm.
She got that Southern accent going.
Oh, she does?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Zombie vapes.
Zombie
vapes.
Eh.
Alfred Pudding's here.
Pudding. What's up, homie?
Yep. Vaping Trucker.
What's up, Trucker? How you doing, man?
Mr. B.
Mr. B. Mr. B's been hanging out with us a long time.
Swag. Swag is out there.
The Swagalicious one. Go get your Adore Elegant shirts.
Albin.
What's up, Al? How you doing, homie?
Albin is here. Let's see who else. I had to have missed somebody. Alan Pilarczyk. Adam
was here earlier. He had to go to band practice.
Yeah, that's right. Cloud Mechanic was checking in like 6 hours early.
Larry Staler.
Yeah. Addie Tooney's in the comments.
Indy's best. Babyface is there. What's up, Babyface?
Hell yeah. Probably more people will roll in once they see this thing's rolling. I would imagine. So, I don't know. Today is kind of a gray day out there. Cloudy, cool. Feels like fall.
Done been gray here.
I know. You're used to it, but I don't know. It's just like...
Doesn't make me feel any better about it. It was like 80, Thursday.
We're supposed to have some more 80 this week. It's supposed to be back to Indian summer.
I think we're supposed to just stay gray.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I went
because this is that time of year where, like, you get those little flashes, and then it's just gone.
At some point, yeah. At some point, it's all over.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get a couple of 80-degree days, and hopefully that's not the end of it. You know.
There's Justin Crabtree. What's up, Crabs? Train's hanging out.
I'd like to have nice days all the way up through Halloween if possible. Have some nice days intermingled. Anyway, it was gray out there. I went for a walk today and it was chilly. It's got that nip in the air a little bit. And it'd been raining the past couple of days, so everything was kind of... It smells like fall outside.
Mm-hmm.
If you know what I mean.
Smell of decaying vegetation. Those leaves all come down.
Yeah, the leaves are coming down now. Leaves are turning. Kind of gloomy, really, out there today.
Hi, John Babes.
But that doesn't matter. You know why?
Because booyah, Chevy Man's here.
Because Chevy Man Booyah is here.
That's right.
And Chuck and Trucker rolled in, too. And Indy's Best. Lots of people.
And Mad Max Vapes.
Yeah.
Almost 90 in St. Louis. Ugh.
McMod Mike. Ooh, I said it right once. That always gets me. It's like a tongue twister.
Joey to the mother F and O.
Joey with too long a name. It's okay if you say it, but it's not okay if you're trying to type it.
You just say, well, there's two Joeys. So,
Right.
But the other Joey normally just shows up for...
Joey to the motherfucking O.
That's right.
He's driving and listening. Don't crash.
What up, JFM? Mr. Bean?
Don't be You can listen. Don't look at the screen, though.
I'm listening. I'm listening and looking at the screen, seeing who's hanging out.
No, not you.
Oh.
Guy who's driving.
It's not like there's a lot to see anyway. It's just you and me right now.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, I guess you could be checking out my sweet hat. But
JFM rolled in.
I did see JFM. I think I said hi to him.
The V-Doggy. The V-Dog.
So what are you vaping on, Giz? How was things? How was things with you?
What am I vaping on? What am I vaping on? Oh, I cleaned my mech mod today.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That'll be there till like bedtime. It'll look like
right?
that.
Nice copper X mod with the original goon on top.
Yeah, you've been loving that original gun.
I really do. Oh, I did get some vape mail.
What'd you get?
I finally got a drop. A drop.
Is that your first drop?
First drop.
How do you like it?
I like how easy it is to build, but I think for me the airflow seems too far away from the coils. That's my...
Just build your coils closer.
Well, I don't know how you could pull them closer to the edge.
If you wanted to.
I suppose.
I usually just kind of have them centered.
Yeah, see how they're like to the center?
Yeah, I usually have them like almost touching.
Yeah.
And then I build them up.
But then the air is coming from the very outside of the atomizer.
Yeah, and then I build up towards the
where the
towards
T
the top
is.
cap. Towards the top cap.
Oh, you run it extra long.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not bad. It just I don't know. The flavor I'm getting off of this, because you literally have the airflow on a goon is like directly in front of the coil, like closer to the coil, and even maybe slightly under the coil.
Yeah, you can build the drop like that if you want.
Yeah, well, but where the airflow is, it's kind of going through the posts. So I don't know. Maybe if I bring them over closer to the edges, closer to the barrel. I'm not sure.
What's up, Graham?
Anyway, it's not bad, but I still, comparing it 1-to-1 with the goon, I like flavor I'm getting off the goon better.
Mm. Well, I'm vaping the BTFC, and I'm loving the flavor off that. So I've been stuck on the BTFC for a while though.
How is that more of a direct coil?
The bottom airflow,
Air.
but it's got like crazy deep juice wells for your swanking if you need it.
Yeah, so it's got like Kennedy airflow sort of.
No, it's got more like the Aura. You have the Aura, right?
I don't have the Aura either. I never got that one either.
It's got little like airflow tubes that go up through the deck, and so your bottom airflow is right underneath the coils.
Yeah, I was watching Black Cat earlier today. He was dissing on the Goon. I was like, what?
Just dissing the shit out of it.
I think he was dissing on the company more than the atomizer itself. The Goon was like the original OG thing. It's what all other atomizers are measured against.
Against the Goon?
Yeah. Well, you know, it's old, but they really set the bar.
Phil Putt, yes.
At the time, anyway. Let's ask.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say the Liquid Barn VG is nice. You can use it with whatever you want. It doesn't have anything funky about it.
You're responding to a question.
I was responding to a question from the chat.
Oh, and who asked that question?
That'd be Phil Putt.
Okay. Let's bring Attitude in. See what he thinks of the Goon. See what his opinion is. Hi, Attitude.
Hi, Gizzard Stew. Hi, Foggers.
Good, Addy.
How are you?
Brother Freshie.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Gizzard Stew. I love the drop. You got to build them high, coils high, and close to the side. That's how I like it anyway. How I like it.
Pull it closer to the barrel.
The wicks are really going to be real long. You don't think it's going to feed, but it does.
Yeah, I haven't had any trouble with it feeding. And
your better flavor is closer. The closer you can push it to the drip tip and still take the heat, Gizzard Stew, the better off you're going to be.
Yeah.
All right.
And you push the coils over to the side so it doesn't spit on you. It spits at the roof instead.
This is my this is my first build in here, and I threw some Kenny B coils in here.
Kenny B.
Well, that's part of the fun. You can stretch them out and drag them a little higher and off to the side.
Yeah,
that's the nice thing about that atomizer is you can kind of just do whatever the hell you're feeling at that point.
So anyway, I don't know. It was just like the airflow is like down below the coils once you put the top cap on.
That's where it's supposed to be. It's supposed to come breezing right underneath the coils.
Right.
I got a .11 single coil right in the middle of mine right now.
This is actually a hot build. I don't think I'd want it any closer to my lips. It's about a .08.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep, it is a .08.
Yeah, .11 way lower than I usually enjoy. But
I mean, and don't get me wrong, I'm getting good flavor. It's very smooth, the airflow. But it seems to me like when I hit the Goon, it's just like I can take little rips. And I get a warm, saturated vape. And on this thing, I have to crank up the wattage, run it at about 120. And I have to really pull on it.
How wide do you have your airflow open?
6 holes, just the bottom 6, like everybody recommends.
I open up one more on the top. I do 7.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just
Gizzard. That 7's a number Gizzard really likes.
11. This thing only has 10 holes. It needs one more hole, Brian. One more hole. I found this on a Toonie deal.
Oh, you did? Awesome. Yeah, it was a pretty good price. It was $23 or something.
No, it was 17, I think.
17's a good price for the drop these days.
Yeah.
With all the different variations that are out there.
And then I was running, I don't know if you guys have ever run Honey. It's like automatically searches for discount codes on things.
No.
Yeah, it's like an automated thing it's called Honey anyway. So Honey automatically found me an additional $2.50 or something off, so that paid for my shipping.
Sweet. Does it have a cat pee aftertaste? Exhale?
Because you use honey on it, Gizzards too?
Oh, that went right over my head.
Those are both good. Those are both good, Diesel.
Yeah, so it was a pretty good deal. $17 and change shipped. I think the same site actually had dead rabbits about that cheap too.
Cool.
Close to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love those two, Diesel.
That's another one that I never got. I'm like way behind on the atomizer game that has come out. The last newer atomizer I got was Twisted Messes 24 Pro, and before that was the Icon. And then I hadn't gotten any of the new crop from last year. So
Vaping Swag says never use honey. They sell your personal information, Gizzards too.
but we don't care, right?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Vaping Swag always likes to get my paranoia going.
Well, if you start getting emails like crazy, you start getting spammed.
If I get stuff coming to my house that says Richard Head on it, I'll know. That's what I always log in with.
Well, they got your email address, so you start getting spam emails.
RichardHead at gmail.com.
Perfect.
Well, hello.
Kitty cat coming.
Give me my leaf back, you man.
That's what she's probably looking for it. I still do not. She stole an she likes fighting with ostrich feathers, and I had one set aside for her, and it's gone. Like it's probably gone and in a million pieces somewhere. I'll find it when I'm vacuuming, like
Under the couch.
I got Canthol in my cat toe.
Nah, we're good about our clippings, aren't we?
Yeah, you got a tenderfoot stand that catches everything.
That's right.
Every little flying piece of shard of shrapnel.
She bit my toe a little while ago, Swag, so I don't know. I'm not sure what I had done at that point.
So, Addy Tooney.
Yes, Gizzard Stew.
How was your weekend? You
was
went
nice.
You went to a bar mitzvah or something, right?
Yeah. I haven't had a yarmulke on in a while, but it's always fun to smash the glasses all over. The bride was a little chunky. It was hard to carry around in the chair. But
Okay.
other than that, it was a fun afternoon.
Hope they're not watching.
No, it was a birthday party. My goddaughter's sister turned 15.
Addy Tunica.
I put on my yarmulke. You know what happens next?
It's flame treated.
It's titanium yarmulke.
Yeah, it was a nice weekend. I had to work outside in the rain for a little while today, but it wasn't so bad.
Can you get yarmulkes from Fast Tech?
I don't know.
I'm betting if anywhere sells yarmulkes, it's gonna be Fast Tech.
Yeah.
Like nothing says like pride in the Jewish religion more than Chinese people and making cheap rip-offs of everything.
Right.
Don't they have to be blessed or something?
I'm pretty sure, and there's supposed to be some sort of something with the process.
Gotta be, right?
Probably.
There's gotta be, yeah.
Buy them from China and take them to your priest. Here, can you bless this for me?
Nick's singing us a song in there in the chat.
That's awesome. All right.
And Lumi said she's all set and ready.
Oh, you said Lumi's name. I guess you're going to bring Lumi in?
That's
Sure, why
your
not?
call, Gizzard Stew.
Sure, why not? Lumi. See, you say her name 3 times and she appears.
I like that flannel, Lumi.
Thank you. I like it too. It's fuzzy.
Looks comfy.
You steal it from Mr. Lumi?
Not this one. Surprisingly, this is probably the only female version of a flannel that I own.
I know my wife gets all mine. Where's my flannel? I'm like, which one's yours? Because I kind of thought they all were yours.
Yeah, I do that to Mr. Lumi all the time. I'm just like, hey, this one doesn't fit you right. And he'll be like, yes, it still fits. And I'm like, oh, no, it doesn't. And I'll walk off with it.
If you search for Yarmulke, you get Yamaha over on Fast Tech.
Train Sonic has a question. He says, SPORKLyFE, what is your favorite Rhcp song? And I'm like, huh?
And then you look down at your shirt and figured out what RHCP means.
Oh, Red Hot Chili Peppers. I was over my head again.
It's all right. You did a good job setting the show up.
You gotta be quick. You gotta be quick to grab them as they flying up their gizzards.
You kids these days, just spell it out. How am I supposed to know all these acronyms?
I heard a song on Instagram today, and it put a bug in my head. So I was on YouTube at lunchtime listening to Kurt Cobain and just some great tunes. Down in a Hole.
I heard Cyndi Lauper somewhere. Was it last week? Week before? But I got Time After Time stuck in my head. That song's awesome.
I think my favorite Chili Pepper song is probably I'm a Teeny Tiny Ant.
I like Under the Bridge, but that's just me. So.
Fresh, what are you drinking on?
This is blackcurrant juice.
Huh.
Have you ever heard the song I'm a Teeny Tiny Ant?
I can't think of it, but probably.
Give me a second.
It was like an Easter egg. It was hidden on it was a hidden track on an album.
A B-side?
No, it wasn't even listed. It's just something, if you listen to the whole album, you'll hear it.
Yeah, those MTV Unplugged concerts were great. Nirvana and Alice in Chains.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the best stuff out there.
Yeah, if you think about it, the Red Hot Chili Peppers were like in the early days of MTV.
They do it Unplugged?
Oh, probably. Flea Unplugged. Boom, 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 boom. So, how was your weekend, Lumi?
I binge watched a little bit of Magicians last night.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it. There's no wands.
Is that how they get recruited into that special school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Vape,
no
Ross,
wands.
vape!
There's no wands, so that's disappointing. And then,
It's probably not quite what you were expecting.
yeah, it wasn't Harry Pottery enough for me. And then today I smashed my finger with a hammer.
Your poor hand. Like you're slamming at windows the other day. Today you're just beating it up with a hammer every chance you get.
Oh yeah, I was trying to put a piece of hair out the window and I didn't roll the window enough. So I rolled the window up into my hand as I was trying to flick my hair out the window.
Help! Trying with your knee, windows, hand stuck in a window.
I'm very accident prone. I thought about getting myself a bubble to live in, but Nick said the second I would get one, he'd come back home and I'd be like covered in blood and the bubble would be popped and I'd still find a way.
So you binge watched Magician. Did you binge watch anything else that you were supposed to?
No.
You were supposed to, though, weren't you?
What were you telling her to watch, Gizzard Stew?
Gilligan's Island.
Oh, okay.
Do you know why?
Nope.
Because she had never seen a single episode.
I like the one where they drop the robot on the island.
The
There's
robot.
also-
I like
Have you
the
ever
one
seen
where
movie?
I like the one where Marianne and Ginger were wearing coconut bras.
Mm. What man doesn't like that?
Them coconut bras, man. I'm telling you.
It's just something about it. That's what really grinds Gizzard Stew's gears, if you will. Mm.
That Magician's got dark really fast.
It does. It does take some pretty dark turns. It also has some really, really funny stuff, and it lightens up a bit as you get further into it.
I haven't finished the whole first season yet. I don't know. I'm debating it. I don't know if I'll be able to binge watch it again like I did last night. I think I'll just slowly chip away at it.
It's a good one. It's worth watching.
Hell
So what are you
yeah.
vaping today, Gizzard Stew? How was your week?
I think I told Fresh I'm vaping on this mod that I cleaned.
Awful
And
pretty. You love them goons.
my week was okay so far, being that it's Tuesday. We're only a couple days in.
Is that dryer still drying?
Yeah, she's running like a champ. I think I finally got it back together correctly. Knock on wood.
Oh my goodness. Speaking of gingers, totally off topic, not even relating to gingers. Gizzard, there's something that I think you need to advertise more with Gizzard Brew.
Yes.
The fact that it is a custard with no DAPP for people that have that sensitivity,
That's true.
that could be really heartwarming for those people that also have that sensitivity.
Yeah, if you do have sensitivity to DAP ingredients, Gizzard Brew is 100% DAP free. So vape all you want and breathe easy.
Yeah, I thought that was amazing to see that it's built around that kind of situation for people with that sensitivity, but you don't advertise it enough.
Or was that a happy coincidence, Gizzard Stew?
No, it was actually by design.
Hmm.
Because I noticed that I'm having sensitivity myself to acetonin in particular. So no coconut vapes for me. Anything that's very high in it is off the table for me from now on.
So CUSTARD is pretty clean, you're saying?
Well, yeah, it's there's none of the normal culprits in there.
Well, good for you, Gizzard Stew.
Well, the hard part is coming up with a good custard recipe without those things, because we know how diacetyl tastes good.
Tastes really good.
Tastes
Yeah.
good.
So yummy.
So we were able to get butteriness and stuff like that in other ways. And
11 different ways.
yes.
Actually,
Actually, since we're doing that, maybe we could shout out vaping swag.
Delicious.
That's where you can find it.
and he's got a special going right now. Buy the Gizzard Brew. Get yourself a Harvest Moon.
That's right.
Which is a
Zombie vapes. That'd be a fine vape.
I guess that he also has the cider. The soul warming cider is available now too.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
That one's delicious
if
too.
you guys would rather have a free bottle of that, you could probably do that as well. You just got to tell him, "Don't kill me, swag."
Shut up, Gizzard Stew. Soul warming cider is the money piece.
Diesel 223 says coconut tastes like suntan lotion anyway. I agree. Usually,
Depends on the coconut.
yeah.
There's some that certainly can.
I'm not a big coconut fan in vapes. Obviously, they kill me.
It tastes like a rabbit hole to me, Gizzard Stew.
A rabbit hole.
Yeah. Damn 14 flavorings. I got stuck in a mess with my coconut cream pie.
God, man, I wish Jesse was here. You know that? He probably could weigh in on this.
Does he like the coconut?
What do you think? Do you like coconut?
I like coconut and like actual coconut. I don't like it in vape.
All right. You're okay by me then. Welcome. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Not too shabby. How was your weekend?
I don't know. I don't remember it.
It was a blur.
Vape Ross vape.
Oh, Vape Ross Vape. Shout out to Vape Ross Vape, my only supporter. That's awesome.
He's your Patreon?
Basically.
That Ross is all right.
He is.
Well, honey, I made $4 on tonight's episode.
She's like, you're going to have to get Vape Ross Vape something nice for Christmas. I'm like, I know. Do appreciate it, though.
You get the big power bills like I get because you got so many electronics running and all this crap? No?
I get big electronic bills in the summer because of my AC. And then I get big gas bills in the winter because it's cold here.
Well, they crack those bills up during the winter, like they raise your rates, and that's why.
Yeah.
That's why your bills go up, because they raise their rates so much more.
Yeah.
Like it's I think it's like October 1st they do it here.
I don't think that's why, Fresh.
Yeah, it is.
No, I think it's because I have newspaper in my walls for insulation.
That could do it too.
No horsehair? You got any horsehair in there?
Yeah, there's probably horsehair too.
Unicorn hair?
My house was built in 1921, so.
Yeah, I've seen horsehair as insulation and newspapers.
I don't know when they invented Pink Panther insulation, but they didn't have it back then.
My house was built in 1900. It's got the horsehair mixed in with the plaster, but it didn't have any insulation.
There's a Diesel. Hey, Diesel, some love for me.
Pink Panther insulation, that's something I know about. And I only know about it because I thought it'd be so awesome to go jump into this pile of pink fluffy stuff.
Oh, damn.
Really? Just really?
I was young! I saw a big pile of pink fluffy stuff.
And you'll never forget it.
Thank you, Diesel. That's awesome. That's awesome. So, you didn't have exactly a big weekend, I take it. Jesse.
Oh, back to that. No, I just did some work here at the house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm remodeling my house, so I have work I've just been doing here a little bit.
Get your other printer back up and going?
Nope. I gotta sell some things before that happens, and I am not selling stuff.
Yeah, I did notice.
Slow week.
You put some sort of a promo up on your channel. Do you want to tell folks about that?
Oh, the oh God, I don't remember the promo.
Buy one of these and get one of these.
And you get a lug nut.
Yeah, you buy any one of either the steps, the Mech and Addy, or the Mech No Addy, and get a free Addy stand. Randomly colored Addy stand.
And if you're unsure, you can subscribe to your channel and go watch the promo.
Yeah, or I mean, if you go to my site, standup3d.com, the promo is on the front page there. You can watch it from there too.
There you go.
I can't talk.
Shameless plug. All right. I noticed you threw that up on Instagram too. People were talking about it.
Yeah, I'm hoping that one of these days I'll figure out a deal that a lot of people's gonna like.
Right, like, oh, we got to run on them.
Yeah, that groundbreaking one where everybody's like, I want it.
You got a nice spike there. Well, Heathen got some of your stuff showed off.
Yeah. Heathen, and then Mike Vapes, and then TVC.
Cool. Yep.
If you start offering a bag of certain items, you could ramp your sales up a little.
I'm working on it.
That's right. He is working on that.
I got the domain name in it already. It's in the processes of being a thing.
The side project.
Yeah. Or the lower front project, if you want to call it that.
The lower front, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Guess who our mystery guest is tonight?
Can I guess?
Go ahead.
It's Nick Devine.
No.
Let's see if he's ready.
He's
Of course
ready.
I'm ready.
Get
Why wouldn't I be ready?
I don't
I'm
know.
always ready.
He's out there saying, "I'll be there."
It's like I can't see you, so I don't know if you're lurking or not.
I figured I could have probably went into this chat and said something, but I figure I was singing a song anyway. I might as well type it.
All right.
I like Nick's Instagram today. Yeah, a live show at 8, and then I'll be on Gizzard Stew at 9, and then I'm coming back on at 10:30.
Yeah.
He's got his programming scheduled.
Yeah. It's a shame I can't meet that schedule.
Well, thank you for joining us this evening. That's
Yeah, thank
awesome. Very
Yeah.
awesome. It's fucking magnificent.
Fucking magnificent.
So, you want to know what I'm vaping?
Sure.
So I was vaping. Lino Velez is in the chat at some time. I don't know if he's in here tonight, but he sent me some DIY. He sent me a cannoli this week. I was vaping that, a DIY cannoli that he made. He sent me a couple different ones. I just finished it. It was really good cannoli too. I think that he got the recipe off of a DIY site. I'll have to ask him because it sounded like he said he was going to do his own twist on it, which means that the original probably wasn't something he made. I don't know, but yeah, I'm vaping. Got my 24 on my TS with Pecan Sequence, and then I have this this notched RDA on a Snow Wolf with that Trinity glass drip tip, and I have blueberry something, and that's it right now. I'm actually setting up another one right now as we speak.
Which version of the Snow Wolf do you have?
I have the Snow Wolf Touch. It's like a touch screen.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. I had the original. I love the original one.
I didn't love the original.
I have like an
It
old
was
one.
sticky as all. Yeah, you had to press the button to get it to fire once. Like you had to press it twice to get it to fire once, and that was a big downfall. But like the fact that it fired down to 0.5 at that time, and
That's
it fired so, and it was beautiful looking. So it looked great.
You had to take
Fire.
the batteries out of it though. That's what killed me. Like even if you left your even if you had everything off and you left your batteries in, it would keep draining. That was the thing about it that killed it for me.
I didn't even notice that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, one night on live, I said I wish I could get another one of the originals because I liked how it looked and everything. And it's not in front of me, so I'm not going to start looking for stuff. But this is pretty close to the original. My original was silver around here, and it had glass front. So who sent this to me? I want to say, man, I think Casey Soko Vapor did. Yeah. I think he did. Yes. So I like it. The touch screen, you got to lock it every time because you'll turn around and you'll be vaping at 232 watts or something.
It's never good.
Yeah. Especially with these notch coils, can only take like 80 watts.
Holy crap! Yeah, that would be ugly.
Thank God Asmodus got their shit together.
Yeah. Yeah, those are nice too. You know what I really liked? The Minikin, which is right here.
Yeah.
That's Minikin too. I like this one too. I wish that they would have put them further apart because I bought this one and that one came out a week later.
Oh Jesus.
But I love this thing. I still use it every once in a while.
Yeah.
So it feels so good, and they had an upgrade to 150, so it's a pretty awesome mod. It fires down to like a 0.8, I think. That one fires lower, I think. think that fires down to like a 0.5, right? The one you have?
It fires down to I think it's 0.8. I think is what it fires down to. I'm not sure if it goes all the way down to 0.5. It's an Motorsport. It should go down to 0.5.
Even doing that 0.8 is big because, you know, especially if you're buying coils off of a coil builder and they build 0.1 coils, that means that they're not going to start at 0.1.
Yeah, and so you wind up firing it on a mech to try and warm them up.
Yeah, and that's kind of backwards because that's considered dangerous with most batteries. So it's good to be able to fire down below 0.1.
I got the brown at Asmodeus because it paired up nice with the sandblasted.
Yeah, that is nice.
I didn't know they made a brown one. Brown.
It's pretty sweet.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Diesel. You're welcome, buddy.
There you go. You spent another $100.
That's how the DIY game gets you.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the DIY game gets you. Like you think you're done, and then somebody puts out something new, or someone puts out a recipe that you really want to try, and you're like, "Fuck,
I'm missing that ingredient.
I'm missing one." And then you go on the site to get the one thing, and you walk out with 12.
Speaking about something new, Flavor is coming out with a recipe book.
What?
Look at that! How many of yours in there?
None. I don't have many all flavor recipes. These are all flavor recipes. It's really nice stuff. Really, really, really nice. Yeah, it was sitting here when I got home. So beautifully put together. A lot of smoky blue recipes. You got some Jen Jarvis, some Laura 5, Amy Triple Star has something in here. Darth Vapor's in here a couple times.
We should try to get Amy Triple Star on a show.
I'd like to get Amy Triple Star on a show just to pick her brain because she's tried every single flavor, every single one of them.
I wonder how one would contact her.
Maybe message her on ELR. That'd be the only thing I could really think of.
I feel like if anybody could do it, it would be Toonie.
Yeah, right.
You can do it.
How about we show some deals before I have to go Betty by Bo, Gizzards too?
Oh yeah, we're getting close, aren't we?
We are.
It's almost time to crawl in your coffin. Toonie deals.
Excellent. Party on. Save some money.
Party on. Excellent.
Excellent.
Well, I didn't find many deals, but I figured, well, I'd show a few of the places I like to go. Nick's rocking over there.
There you go. He's getting into it. I like it.
Hell yeah. What do you got for us this week?
I finished this, just about finished the Sunday supper. I only have what's left of my little boxer filler upper bottle.
Sunday supper by who?
By Sunday supper from Amanda mixes it for a collaboration with Jesse's Upside Down. And Music City Vape Sauce. So the first place I found is gaslight.com, and she has a line, Music City Vape Sauce line with 4 flavors, and it's from Amanda, so you know every single one of them is going to be amazing. And then the second site I found is also Gaslight, but that's with the Sunday supper.
Okay. I think that Lumi has some prompts.
I do.
If you guys want to go through your list.
And then the third site I found was vapingcheap.com, and I usually check that pretty much every day. And there's always good deals on there. You can kind of get lost in that site for sure.
Vaping cheap.
Yeah.
Vaping cheap.
Vaping cheap.
The fourth site I found is vape.deals. And I like that site a little bit better because he actually posts some advocacy stuff on there once in a while. And
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
A lot of stuff on there. I think Lumi got stuck in one of the rabbit holes on that site for a little while tonight. This site I found was Adore E-Liquid, and I was kind of curious why I've never tried peach colada. How have I never tried that?
You never tried it?
I've tried the other peach, but not that one. I'm gonna have to get some of that.
Good.
And last site is esiggity.com, and in the clearance section, I found this. It's a Jaybo Indie Duel RDA, $5, and it's a great place if somebody wants to start flaming stuff, because it comes with a second stainless steel tank, and the steel, it's really good 304 stainless. It flames up real nice.
$5. $5.
Make you hollow when you burn yourself with the torch. Okay, and that's Toonie Deals.
I have a couple more to add to it, though.
Sorry, Lumi, what?
I have a few more to add to it. We got
perfect.
Oh.
The brews, the Gizzard brews.
Gizzard brew. Buy one, you get the harvest free.
Harvest Moon. For those that ever haven't had Harvest Moon, it's a pumpkin cake roll, which is pumpkin cake with cream cheese frosting in it. And it's really, really nice. It's one of the best. It's one of the best I've ever tasted put together. One of the best. It is the best.
I'm just now getting the message, so I'm still a little unclear on this sale, but I do believe there's a $5 off on the fall bundle.
There's a fall bundle?
Yep.
Nice.
Is that the Harvest Moon and the Harvest Moon and the Soul Warming Cider?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, that crazy cider, yum.
Yeah, the Soul Warming's really nice.
All right, thank you, Lumi.
Thank you, Lumi.
Fucking magnificent.
Fucking magnificent.
I was going to talk about something. I forgot what I was going to talk about. Sorry, Gizzard Stew. I got all worked up about the deals.
You did. You even jumped the gun. Didn't even have her presented yet.
It's the only reason I come on Tuesday shows anymore is for the Toonie time.
Toonie deals. Toonie deals. He'll cost you money.
So, Nick, tell us about this giveaway thing you're doing.
So, every Tuesday, I do a giveaway. On Saturday at Coffee Talk, I usually I tell people how to enter it, which is basically just a repost on Instagram, repost it, and then come back on Tuesday. And if you reposted it, you guess a number, and whatever number's randomly drawn, that person wins. When they win the prize that I have, which like this week is a Adore E-Liquid package. Dawn gave me like these packages with 3 30-ml bottles and a package of Get Cotton in there, and like some stickers, like some Adore stickers, some End Divine stickers. And so I'll have that, and then I give them 3 of my coils. This week, the person also gets a set of Addo Vapes coils, builder on my build team.
Nice.
Brew.
That's pretty fancy. Fancy.
Yeah, yeah, right? I really like his packaging. It's all sealed, and then he's got the card, and 2 coils are in there.
Classy.
Yeah. So they'll win that. Last week it was the person won a Dead Rabbit SQ and 3 builds for myself, and then the week before that was the package that got lost in the mail, or that got robbed in the mail, was the Hermetic and some coils.
Damn it.
But yeah. But when I go live tonight and I pick the number, the person will also, I got a bucket here with random builds in it. I had 10 random builds in here, and I'll pick out 2 and they'll pick from one of them. And that's the build I do tonight. And then that's one of the builds that they win from me. I'll like color it up and stuff for them.
Do you blow vapor all over the coils too before you shake them up?
Yeah. Well, I haven't done that. It's unsanitary, Toonie. I used to do that. but I don't want to give myself my own germs.
Hey, you tried that mint cookie yet?
I didn't. Actually, I should set that. I was actually trying to think of a juice I should try.
Grab that.
I'll do it right now while we're live.
That mint chip cookies and cream by the Shindog.
It's amazing.
Oh, I want to try that so bad.
It's so good you'll swear at Shindo. It's because I was talking to him as I was mixing up, and he's like, "Now make sure you do not go over on this flavor. If you go over by even 0.1, it's going to ruin everything." It's like, how on earth do you do that much research to figure it out?
Because he's Shindo, he's a master chef.
He is. It's like, you just want to swear at him the first time you taste it.
You fuck.
Exactly.
It is rather tasty.
He was sitting in the room the first time it was just me and him sitting together in a Zoom room like this the first time I tried it, and I finally got it all mixed up, gave it the shake, and right off the shake I took my rip off, and I was like, fuck you.
It was like the next day I got the concentrate, and I said the same thing.
Yeah, and then he's got a version where you use I think is it Vape Train or Cupcake World Devon Cream? I think it's Vape Train. They're Devon Cream in it. That one's really nice too. You just want to swear at Shindo.
The corn pudding too.
The corn pudding's pretty good stuff.
I like that strawberry sugar cookie. I haven't worked my way through all those 10 or 11.
Well, he's coming back. He's coming back. So, like in the very near future, he's coming back. So save some of them.
So we got Bryson coming Friday, huh?
Yep, we're going to be talking about this. We're going to be talking about that Las Vegas Vape Expo. If anybody didn't see, you can get free tickets to the Vegas Vape Expo, courtesy of Flavora. Go check their Instagram. Go check my Instagram. Go do it if you have any. If you're in or around Vegas, you have any thought about doing it, go.
When is this again? The Vegas one?
The Vegas one is November 9th and 10th.
Oh, wow. 9th and 10th? That's not even the weekend.
Yeah, it is. It's Friday and Saturday.
9th and 10th is?
Yeah. Friday and Saturday is November 9th and 10th is a Friday and Saturday.
I'm thinking October. Okay, yeah.
That's right, Graham. It is the Vape Train Devon Cream because it's got that extra chocolate note in there. You just want to swear at him. You just want to swear at him for being that fucking good at mixing. Like I've got some bangers, but when he drops something that's like when he drops a completed mix, you're just like, fuck you. You just want to pound on the arms of your chair for a while.
Well, you know, if we all found it that easy, it would be boring, right, Fresh?
I know, right? That's all right. I got something for those fuckers. I got something for all you buttholes going to Vegas.
I'm gonna make you curse at me, motherfucker.
That's right.
I know. I really wanted to meet Concrete Shindo and Steam.
See, Concrete. Like both he and I were hoping that it would be way more awkward, but it turns out he's just like a really cool guy to hang out with. So it was nowhere near as awkward as he was hoping it was going to be.
And look, he's got you liking Yakima hops now.
Hey, dude, have you tried that Deer Lodge? Shoot.
I have not.
That's freaking delicious. Like I totally get it now. Like you wonder why he just like throws sweet guava and Yakima hops together. It's like, oh man. Vape Ross Vape, yes. I will be there. I will be there with a prepared mix for everybody and a
ready for shake and vape.
Then there's gonna be a shake and vape contest where I think they tell us what it is Friday, what we're gonna be mixing for Saturday, and we have the day to come up with it.
Does that mean you have to bring flavorings?
They supply everything. Except
they're actually giving away Flavor is actually giving away a full line and the recipe book before the show even gets there. But we're gonna have a flavor cabinet there that's supposed to have most everything. I hope they've got. Bryson,
Yeah.
Bryson, if you're listening, man, should we be sending out like requests? Like, dude, please bring these flavors along.
Good point.
Although a lot of them between the sponsors that are going to be there, they should have the flavors that I need for what I'm going to be up to.
Is Vape Train going to be there?
No,
Just curious.
not that I'm aware of. Anyway, I didn't think he was making the trip over.
Yeah, that would be a haul.
All the usual suspects going, like is Brian going and Mike and
I don't know who out of them's going. I'd imagine Mike would go. That totally seems like a Mike Phenom conference that they would go to, or a convention that they would go to Vegas, hang out, go to the restaurants. My plan is actually just to get an Airbnb that's close to the convention center, and a bunch of us are going to hole up there and hang out. Go see Penn and Teller.
That's a good plan.
Yeah.
the wife found a shady hotel like right across the street for $50 a night.
You can get an Airbnb for $20 more a night. That'll be like living in the lap of luxury. That is just as close at Toonie. Nice, that'd be cool. That'd be cool to meet you, Joey, to the mother F&O.
Yeah, I couldn't believe how expensive it is to fly from Buffalo or Niagara Falls to Vegas.
I can't believe it's expensive at all. Because that's like the biggest thing is it's cheap to get to, it's cheap to stay at because they want to take all your money from gambling.
It's cheap to stay downtown. It's not cheap uptown.
Yeah,
like right on the strip.
Yeah, well, like I said, we're doing B&Bs that are right next to the convention center, so the price isn't bad at all.
Cheaper flights, but you have 3 layovers. That's just crazy.
Addie Toonie.
Especially since you can't vape in any of the airports here in the U.S.
Addie Toonie.
I think Salt Lake you can still do it. I think Salt Lake still has their bubbles. Someone tell me if I'm wrong. But you have to go sit in those fucking bubbles with the smokers.
Smoker bubble.
Yeah, I'll do this in the bathroom. Thank you.
Addie Toonie, I think you should just call the Bellagio and tell them you're a high roller.
Yeah, okay.
Just call them up and go, yeah, this is Addie Toonie. I need tickets and a...
Yeah, okay.
I need my room comp. You know who this is.
No, I need my rooftop suite, and I'm coming in on the 10th and the 11th. They're like, who is this? It's Addie Toonie.
Oh, Mr. Toonie.
Yeah.
Thank you for the flamed K fund. Comped.
Yeah, we'll pick you up in our Yugo. We got a special card just for people of your stature.
I don't see. That's the thing with where the convention's at. It's like 7 minutes from the airport, so it's not like it's going to be awful. Like trying to get like straight downtown, where it's like even taking a shuttle. You hop in the shuttle and then you're stuck for like an hour trying to get downtown because everybody from LA is coming into town. It's like, this is bullshit, man.
It's like taking that little tram down the strip. You got to stop at every casino.
Yep. So the dude, just walk.
Yep, it's faster.
Put up with the dudes trying to get your money and put up with the hookers trying to get you to come over and talk to them for a minute.
Yeah, and the guy flipping the cards for the people that come visit you.
Yeah. Okay, do you need an escort? Are you busy?
All right, Founders. Love you. Thanks for having me on, Gizzard Stew.
Bye, Addie Toonie.
Love you, chat. Good night.
Later, man.
Later.
Shazam! There he goes.
Fucking magnificent.
I'm completely mesmerized by Nick building this golem. Is this the golem?
Yep.
With the new screws?
Yep, this is the golem with the screws the proper screws, yeah.
I need to get me one of those golems.
What's up, Brandon Drake?
Yeah.
Never been here before? Well, hopefully we haven't driven you off yet.
Welcome.
Just ignore me and you'll do all right.
Oh, come on now.
What else we got tonight, Gizzard Stew? Did you want to chat about?
Yeah, I want to talk about the Duel and what they told the FDA today.
Hashtag the Duel strikes back.
Yeah. So gloves are off, I guess. Is what I picked up off of that. I think, Bloomy, do you have a link to that? Maybe you can drop that.
Yep. Just talk about it and I'll put it up first. Well, you talk about it first. I'll have it here in a second.
Okay.
I'm messaging Golfty, see if he's still around.
I thought I saw him still kicking out there.
Now that we have room. Come on in, Golfty.
But swag, nothing has changed there. Like, you'd still be able to get a flight from Detroit for like $125 nonstop. Like, it's like that's the thing about Vegas. Better get on that less than 30 left. That's what they tell you. Just reset your browser. Just clear your cookies. You'll get the same deal. I can do that, Graham.
So anyway, I think that I first spotted the post from Stefan Didak today on not blowing smoke. Welcome, TJ.
So is this a when it's a convenient for you type thing?
Yeah, this is a new concept where I bring you on when it's convenient for me.
I guess that means I'm going to have to be convenient and leave when I feel it's convenient for me.
You always do.
Motherfucker. The one night I have free reign because the missus goes shopping on a Tuesday. No, we'll wait until Addie tunes. I wanted to say hi to Addie. What the hell?
I have the entire show based on 6 panels. 6 Brady Bunch panels. And if 7 just fucks up the whole karma.
You know what that is? That's karma going to bite you in the ass. I'm going to send you something really fucked up in your package tomorrow.
Oh, I need a crying...
Stuff it inside of your bottle.
I need a crying towel after Monday Night Football last night.
Oh, did the Chiefs wreck you?
Oh, they didn't wreck us, but it came down to the wire, but we lost. So.
Well, I mean, to be fair, they let the 49ers back in the game too, so I'm not sure exactly what it says for anybody.
Yeah. Anyway, that kid's a phenom.
Mahomes?
Yeah, I'm a homophobic. A little afraid of that kid. I never knew that he's actually the son of Pat Mahomes, that was a pitcher for the Twins when they took the World Series back in the early 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of crazy.
Got some athletic genes, that kid does.
Yeah. And then
so back to the Duel Gizzards.
Yeah, back to the Duel.
So people are going to think this is one of my shows.
That's right. Well, oh, squirrel.
Yep, we get that far off track. Squirrel kitty.
Squirrel. So anyway, Duel, we know that the FDA a couple weeks ago sent out a bunch of stuff basically telling all of the big pod makers, including Duel, that they had 60 days to solve the problem of why children are buying their products. And we've discussed that previously, that I think that's ridiculous.
Yes.
Holding a manufacturer responsible for what should be the retailer's problem, in my opinion. You know, I have never seen anything like it. It just sets a really weird precedent, in my opinion. But anyway, so today Duel shot back and said, "Yep, we're gonna comply. We're gonna tell you how we're gonna fix it within 60 days." They just like go, "You set up the rules. Now we're gonna show you how to do it." So I thought it was like a volley back into their court, if you will. That's how I took it anyway. And I was like, "Yeah, go Duel."
They're the ones with the money. Go Duel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's That's I mean that's exactly what they did. They showed everybody how they've been complying with what the FDA has asked of them, how they've been investing money. They everything that everybody says isn't happening. They're like, yes, we've been doing it. We've been doing it for a couple of years now. Like this is not a new thing for us. So, and that corresponds to what they've been saying. They've been saying all along that this was never aimed at kids. The fact that it caught on with kids, that's not our fault. Essentially, is what it came down to. But we're sorry that it did, and this is what we've been doing all along. Here's our paperwork. And they even go out. They had a stockholders meeting last year where they came out and said, we've failed at our half of this. We had things in place to stop this from getting in kids' hands, and it happened anyway. And we all know the crafty little bastards are going to get it anyway. You can change the rules however you please. They're still going to do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was nice to see Jewel fire back and say, okay, sure, this is what you want. Fine, this is exactly what you're going to get.
From the tone of that letter, what I was reading between the lines is, I think that Jewel has something really crafty up their sleeve. I think that they're probably going to go after them with, some sort of technology, RFID tags or something, where it's like, yeah, we can track the product through every state, every portion of its travel from, our warehouse to the consumer's hands.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that would be if they can do that kind of tracking on a product, that pretty much eliminates their liability in my eyes, as far as them bearing any responsibility for it ending up in the wrong hands. Another thing that we had touched on previously is that Jewel had come up with some sort of a global positioning satellite or Bluetooth or something where they would be able to actually physically turn off their devices, within a proximity to a school or
geofences.
Yeah, geofences. So
I think a lot of the Jewels already have something built into them, because I think that the way they were talking, they were going to be able to do it with any Jewel.
Right.
So they've got something built into it anyway.
So I think what the FDA asked for was completely unreasonable, and yet here's a company that's so smart and has so much money that they're like, sure, is that all you want? No problem, we can do that.
I love that they're like, sure, is that what you want? I've already been doing it, but let me give you some more information on everything I've already been doing, and then I'll top it off with a little bit more.
So,
ooh, that looks sick, Nick.
The FDA trying to throw them under the bus. I think that they were wearing a bulletproof suit, and the bus rolled over, and they came out the other side just fine. So I'm hoping that they'll be able to call their bluff on that whole thing.
Yeah. Well, it's not just their bluff. It's the kids free tobacco. It's their bluff too. And the great thing about it is it's the guys with money, the guys that we've been crossing our fingers all along would do something like this. Right. They finally, lashed out a little bit. The other thing, that other article that you sent out was also really nice, Gizzard, too. I'm not sure if you want to talk about that one or you want to save that for Friday or what. But
no, let's do it.
Well, they finally an article put out the real kid from the kid tobacco survey, the teen tobacco survey that they do every couple of years. They put out someone finally put out the real numbers in relation to how many kids in like high schools and middle schools are actually going out and vaping. That's one of the main parts I took about it. It's less than 1%. It's actually 0.2%. If they're saying that there is a 75% increase from 2015 till this latest one, that still only puts it at 0.35%. 0.35% of teenagers. How in anybody's definition of epidemic does that add up? FDA.
Right.
And they've been, I mean, the FDA's been saying that they've got data. They've got this data that they're going to release that just shows that everything is just blown up and it's everybody else's fault.
It flies in the face of data from the CDC, you know, which shows a decline. It's been a steady decline.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everything they've been saying is everything they've been saying. Like, where's this data? Why are you waiting to release it?
Unfortunately, all of this is one big soundbite, right? Like,
that's all it's ever been.
Right. It's like scare tactic, and of course, we've discussed it before how they're able to put their message out over all of the major media outlets, and then you have, you know, the 80 to 90% of people in the United States that don't smoke. They just take it at face value, and they're like, "Oh my God, those things are horrible," you know. So it's carefully crafted to try and, you know, basically put a hand grenade into the industry. What do you think, Golf T?
I got something. I blame you, Gizzards, too.
You blame me?
Bringing people into the show late. It's all your fault.
That's your opinion?
Just for now, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll shut up now.
Actually, I wanted you to expand on what you thought of what we were talking about.
To be quite honest, if it comes to the big two names in there beating on each other, the FDA and, let's say, Juuls and the other large vape companies, and I say
it's the only large vape company at this point.
I just say vape company because, yes, they make a vape product, but I don't look at them as a vape company that people are using as often to quit. You usually see other devices out there that are not always along that lines. The problem with that is yes, they can go to bat for us 100% because they have the firepower behind it. They'll have the attorneys that they need to double check everything, make sure everything's in the right. At the same time, no matter what they do, even if they say, yeah, we're going to put in geofencing, we're going to do this, that, the other thing to keep it out of kids' hands, and they're all excellent ideas and will, for the most part, keep them out of kids' hands. Kids are crafty little fuckers. They're going to get their hands on it no matter what. And I think it's, to be honest, I think this is a laid trap because there's not a way for a manufacturer to stop that, period. Because guess what? You know, get it so they're registered to whoever buys it. Let's say they do that. When you go and you purchase one of those products, they swipe your ID, scan your ID, whatever, and it's registered directly to you. So they know who bought it. That kid gets a hold of it because somebody of legal age buys it for them. It's registered to that. That kid might still get their hands on it because God knows I stole cigarettes. I stole packs out of cartons that were in the fridge or in the freezer and then pull all the packs forward so it looked like you didn't take any. And they're going to be crafty about it. To be honest, I think it's the way that they've worded it to say that the manufacturers need to do something about it. It's a trap because there's no way that they can.
I think the point of it is that at some point Juul's going to say we've done everything reasonable. We've even done the unreasonable, and you're still pushing this. Say hello to my lawyer.
Correct.
Well, and then it ties it up. Then you file injunctions against the FDA, and you sit there and watch things get tied up in court for 10 years.
Yeah.
As Juul goes about their business. It's how this game works. Unfortunately, I wish there was a way to sit there and just walk up and say, "Hey, this is what I want. This is how things should be done." But there isn't. There's no reasonable way to do it anymore. So,
and that might very well be the case, but it'll end up in some sort of legal suit in one way, shape, or form in the end. That's just the way I see it, because there's not a feasible way for them to stop kids, period. When you're a crafty little fucking teenager, you're going to do what the fuck you want, one way, shape, or form, whether it's illegal or not. I know because I did a ton of illegal shit that I knew better, that I wasn't supposed to be able to do, but I still managed it anyways. Fuck, walking into a bar and drinking underage, one of them, not getting carded. Fucking, all kinds of things like that. It's going to happen.
I also think that holding the, this thing where they're holding the manufacturers responsible for what happens at point of sale is just a no-brainer as far as they're going to win that lawsuit. Because, when have you ever seen the FDA go in the last 50 years, all right, we're sick of this, tobacco companies. You got 60 days to stop children from smoking. It's an unreasonable thing to ask.
The only thing I think they can logically do with it is the same thing they've been doing with tobacco for years and years and years. Do fucking sting-style operations on these places that are known to be heavy trafficking to minors, where you see a lot of minors picking things up. Start finding those businesses that are peddling the product. The 7-Elevens, the Wawas, wherever the fuck you are in the States, whatever gas station you have. A lot of places, those are the times and places where kids are getting shit like that, because most of the time, people in those establishments, they're getting paid minimum wage at best, sometimes a little bit more. So they don't give a fuck. They're like, whatever. Take your shit and leave. Bye.
You slide me an extra 20 and I'll sell it to you.
Yep, that kind of thing too.
That's the thing. That's the thing about a person that's also in that type of job. Like, a lot of times, those guys don't have anywhere else to go, so they will get fierce about a fucking ID check on some folks.
And sometimes
my 7-Eleven's like that. Those people are not working anywhere else. Like, this is last stop. Like, their hopes in life is to become a manager at some point.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some places around here where they're really strong on it. But like up the street, they have. I think they're even over in Minneapolis too. The fuck are they called now? I can't remember. Quick Trips. The Quick Trips here, they pay really well. Like, their starting wage in Green Bay, I think, is like $12.50 or $13 an hour at a gas station. That's fucking excellent, and they get full bennies.
That's not bad at all.
No, so those guys, they're excellent about it because they know their job depends on it, and that's their healthcare coverage, their dental, a good paycheck. I mean, a lot of those people, that's the only job they have. But I'm saying, for something like that, I can see where they're real sticklers. Or if you're an into the road or just got out of prison guy and you just got a job at one of those places, of course you're going to be strict on it. But it's not you that I'm worried about. It's that college kid who is just there making a paycheck for drinking money.
See, and the college kids really have. I think those jobs are filled. I'm not sure where the college kids. They're like baristas at this point. That's what they do, because it's not like Starbucks isn't gonna.
And I'm not saying specifically college kids, but I'm saying like those kids those people that are kind of in the middle. Like, I don't really need this job, but I have it anyways. Those kind of people. That kind of thing. It's not necessarily that I was singling out college kids. I don't want it to sound that way because, well, some college kids are smart enough to do the right thing. Others just don't give a shit because they're all partying on their parents' time. But,
Nick's all built up and vaping. I already saw his reaction, but you can swear at Shindo if you want to.
Yeah, he's a fucking asshole. Dude,
right?
This is really good.
Right? Like, I'm not a mint guy. That shit's fucking delicious.
Very good. It's like it's very much so amazing. It's well done.
Girl Scout cookie.
Well done, Shindog.
It could also be called. It could be also called. That's probably the whole what's it called when you're influenced on what a juice tastes like. If it had a Girl Scout cookie on the label, I would think it's Girl Scout cookie. If it had mint chocolate chip ice cream on the label, I would think it's mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Alfred Pudding's going to send you Phantom Ravioli and an RDA to put it in. That's probably a good call.
Yeah.
That shit does not come out of an RTA.
I'll take it off my bucket list.
No, I actually had to put a goon up on the shelf because it was too much.
It's just now the Phantom Ravioli goon?
Yep. And it doesn't get used very often.
But when it does, it's glorious.
don't get me wrong, there's some days where all of a sudden I'm like, that sounds really good. I don't have a lot left in the bottle, but I'm like, yeah, I'll take 5, 6, 10 rips off it. Then I'm good for like another month or 2 or 3.
That's what you do. You take a couple rips off it, you sit down, you enjoy it, and then you're like, all right, let's grab some dessert.
Let's wash this Addy out.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great. Let me get some lemon ecstasy to cleanse my palate.
But yeah, that shin dog, he's a prick. He's a prick for putting that thing out in the world.
Let's let Jesse and Lumi. Do you guys want to say anything about what you think of what we were talking about there with the FDA?
Well, as far as the Duel thing, I'm good on them for firing back a little bit. I don't think it's their responsibility, like you said. I think it's the retailer's responsibility to make sure it don't get in kids' hands as much as you can. I mean, they can only do so much. If a parent's coming in to buy jewels or whatever it might be to give to their kids, you can't do much about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but yeah, it's not really their place to have to do that. I don't think. I might be wrong. I just think that it's kind of out of their hands. They make the stuff. It's not their job to make sure that it gets to the right customers, you know? I mean,
I concur.
And of course they do advertising for their product and stuff like that. And the one thing that they can do is make sure it doesn't appeal to kids in any way. And I'm sure that I think that they've made mistakes in the past from what I've gathered, but they've fixed anything that they had going on, and they're on a different path now and have been for a very long time. And it's just, they can't do much, right? Aren't they?
I don't know that they've ever really approached their marketing as kid friendly. I don't know that they ever have. But their packaging is plain Jane too classy, depending on what version of the kit you're getting. I really don't know when they've ever advertised to kids, when anything they've ever done has been kid friendly.
I don't think they have
just
either.
It's what the thing looks like, and it's what kids can get away with. That's the big thing, is it looks like a flash drive. Like the damn thing's this big, and it looks like a flash drive, so kids can walk around with it in school, and you know, unless they're doing full cavity searches on them, they're not going to find it.
Exactly. And then they still might not.
Yeah. depending if the guy knows what it looks like. But yeah, what they're asking for him is completely unreasonable. I even hate to bring any of it up, but I kind of get it. You know, it hasn't been tested to the lengths that like pharmaceuticals have. It hasn't been tested to the lengths. It doesn't have the same standards that alcohol has. It doesn't even have the same standards that tobacco has. Like I fucking get it, FDA. I get where you're coming from, but this is nowhere near an epidemic, and you should not be wasting the money that you're wasting on this. Exactly. You should be talking reasonable regulation while it goes through the testing process. Like you don't step on an ant because you don't know what it's going to fucking do.
Yeah. I think the big thing is we just want the same regulations as the tobacco industry had, the cigarette industry has. That's what we want. We just want the same exact, damn near the same exact.
Most people want regulation. You need regulation so people don't get carried away and start being careless and doing shit that's going to hurt people, like where they're making their liquid at, or how they're making and what's going into it, and different stuff like that. That needs to be regulated. It's just, it don't need to be over-regulated. I mean,
exactly.
I know that it's that vaping's still kind of in its infancy, kind of, not really. It's like a toddler at this point. but there's been enough studies go on though that there's some good evidence that it's a lot healthier than cigarettes. And instead of just trying to get rid of it any chance they get, they just need to embrace it, just as we are willing to embrace the regulation. You know, no one's going to be happy with the end result, but both people can be okay with it, I think. And they're going about it the wrong way with all these scare tactics and everything like that, the bullshit stories and all of that stuff that are created from lies.
Lots and lots of lies.
It's just do it the right way.
The other thing we don't want to end up with is like Jewel being the lone survivor, you know, because I can see. I think it's great that they're fighting back and whatnot, but if it ends up being that the only people that are able to survive the PMTAs are Big Tobacco and Juul, then that'll crush the rest of our beloved industry as well. So, something to think about. What do you think about that, Fresh?
I mean, there's going to be consolidation to a point. I mean, even at this point, I think people would be okay with like something along the lines of the TPD coming into play. And remember when the TPD came out, we all thought that was the end of the fucking world for Europe. I was just there. It wasn't the end of the world. Like everything was still like you could go out and buy your short pills. You could still buy a 60 ml bottle of liquid. Sure, it might cost you $30, but it's not the end of the world. Everybody was vaping out of little tanks. They all had their little vape pens. You know, as it was what it was, but vaping continued. The thing that frightens, I think, all of us is the fact that it looks at different points of the day, Scott Gottlieb's opening his mouth and saying that I'm going to take everything from you. I think that's what terrifies me the most is the fact that he said, I will just unilaterally across the board regulate. And by unilateral means he's not going to ask. He's not going to ask anybody anything. He's just going to fucking do it. And that's the terrifying things is when things get put in the hand of a politician instead of us having a say. And that's how it should be. We should have a say on how things go. But I mean, like you said, I think everybody in the industry at this point wants regulation of some kind. I think we need e-liquid making standards. I think we need packaging standards. I don't know that we need equipment standards. You know, obviously they're going to do something about batteries at some point. They're going to crack on batteries, but I mean, I don't know what those things are going to be. I know what I would like to see. I'd like to see restaurant quality. Like if a health inspector walks in and inspects you and can find bacteria here, you're shut down. You're shut down until you correct it. You get one chance. After that, you're going to get fined.
Well, look at the FDA as well. Like what else they've done. I know they've got members of their body that came from pharmaceutical companies and have been indicted by the SEC for securities fraud. They have fast-track drugs in the past that have killed millions of people. Yep. And, you know, nobody's ever really been held accountable for it, but that is, it's what you nailed on the head was the fact that we should have a say in it. And because the FDA is not, it's an appointed body, it's not really, we don't really have a say. And that's the scary part about it.
They're a private organization that
they're not elected.
They're a private organization that's been placed in a position of regulation.
Right.
I personally don't think that the FDA should exist. I think that it should be a federal agency. I don't think it should be private the way that it is. I think the people need to be elected.
I agree. Because there's no accountability, you know.
There's zero accountability for the things that they do.
Right, and they've
like all the people that approve the narcotics that are just destroying cities at a time.
Right.
Where's the retaliation for that? Like, shouldn't these people that are well and fucking aware of what these drugs are going to do, shouldn't they have to pay for it instead of be paid for it?
Yeah, I saw a documentary about intrauterine devices, and the FDA had approved one of these devices, and it was a faulty device that's been causing all kinds of problem with women. And you know, it's tragic what happens. Like they come apart inside them and springs fly out, and then their tissues grow around the springs and they are not even removable, and on and on and on. But even though they've, after the fact that they've known that that this is a problem, the FDA has still not banned them. Even though they're banned in Great Britain, even though they're banned in the EU, you know, they're still selling these things. And it's because of pharmaceutical company handshakes, you know, and the money that they're getting pumped into them. So
the depot shot has become extra popular again.
Right.
So take that for what it's worth.
So just because it's FDA approved doesn't mean it's good for you either.
No,
you know,
they do not have anybody's best interest at heart.
I saw something on, you know how they have a lot of pharmaceutical commercials, obviously, on television today, and
those should be illegal as fuck too.
Well, right, but you know, at the end of it, it's like FDA approved. I'm like, well, that don't mean shit, you know, really. So
that's one thing that drove me nuts when I was working in a regular clinic, is someone would come in and start telling me about the benefits of a drug, and I'm like, you are aware of the consequences of using this drug, right? Well, the commercial said it's just this, and this. Like, do you understand what that actually entails? Let's go ahead and start what this is actually going to entail for your life. Like, you think this is going to make you think this is going to be better than what you're taking. You want that shortcut. There's no fucking shortcuts a lot of times, especially in healthcare. There's no fucking shortcuts. So
I think the real truth is that this has blossomed into a multi-billion-dollar industry, and it's basically grassroots. It's, you know, we're it. I mean, we're, you know, we've seen it we've seen its growth over the last 5 years, and it's been like the Wild West. That's granted, but the main thing is they want control of all those billions of dollars. You know, they don't want, you know, mom and pop, brick and mortar places making this money. They don't want small independent e-liquid makers making this money. They want to consolidate it. They want to give it back to, you know, they want to control it and give it back to big business, big corporations.
That's why me and Don are going to be in an RV sometime in the next 2 years, just going from stop to stop. Come get it, boy. Come get it, motherfuckers. Just like that. That's all we're going to say when we pull up to the rest stop. Come get it, motherfuckers.
Lumi, what do you think?
I think, I don't know, it just, all of it's so baffling to me. The fact that people have done stuff already to try to prevent it from getting into children's hands, and they're considering it as it's not even happened yet, and it's all just frustrating. And then I totally agree, we need to elect the FDA instead of it being private.
Yep.
Fucking magnificent.
What's the standard percentage for an epidemic? Now I'm curious.
Good question.
I think it's more than 3.
More than 0.35%?
Yeah. You are semantically incorrect in using the term epidemic.
I don't think they mean it. They know what it means.
It's 7.7%.
Well, thank you for quantifying.
In 1970, Ned's penis was considered an epidemic.
Oh my God.
I agree. He came out of the womb 3.5, and it's only gotten worse since there.
I guess that number is not static, so. But that, as a general rule, 7.7%.
Well, with Ned, it wasn't always static, but there was always a lot of friction.
15 cases per 100,000. So we don't even qualify.
Why is it when Swag put rule of thumb out there, my mind immediately jumped to a movie? Which mean rule of the wrist? Can't do much damage with that now, can you?
Can you say meningococcal?
Yep. Yeah, that was 15 cases for 100,000 of MGC, meningococcal, which is nasty. So if you ever get headaches and you start feeling stiffness in your neck, go to the doctor.
You don't want meningitis. Can you get an STD from a mosquito?
Yep.
You can?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Why would
know, but you can get West
that's
Nile, apparently.
That's like
Maybe if
I
you're
don't,
fucking
I
mosquitoes.
don't want to spill people's business, but getting an STD off an inanimate object is pretty tough. It's a pretty tough thing.
Toilet seat.
Why would you want a mosquito, right?
Because in most cases your STDs die when they hit the air. So yeah. They fester inside your body. They don't do well in the open air. So
All right.
Thank you, Larry Slater.
Graham Digital Drops wanted us to know that if the mosquito's a whore.
Yeah, if the mosquitoes are.
Good call. Good call, Graham.
If the mosquito's promiscuous, it's possible. So now what? That was a good conversation.
It was a great conversation.
It was awesome.
And we even got some dick jokes in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. We got to watch Ned build a coil over there.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Let's take it around the room.
Little building action going on.
Nick says, I got other shows to do, motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah.
Let me out of here.
Let's start with Nick. What do you got going on later tonight?
Yeah, right after this, I'll be live on my channel, building coils and doing this giveaway.
Hell yeah. Got some
After.
some coil building to do.
Yep.
How about you, Golf T? You got a show tomorrow?
That I do, 9:30 Central Time, and if you guys didn't know, or just popped out, 25% off at a door with coupon code PREPARED.
Prepared.
As I always say, make sure you educate.
Later, buddy.
Bing.
Damn.
Lumi.
He's just like, later, bitches.
Educate, advocate, be good to this community. I finished it.
I'm just watching everybody to see if a bomb went off somewhere. I'm like, let's watch this spread across the country.
All right.
It'll be me and Lumi last, opposite ends of the coast, after they set off that.
Just throwing up the grenades and watching them fall.
Bang.
I'm not gonna leave like that, just so you know.
Okay, good.
You may not have a choice when that shockwave hits you.
I know, right?
Now that's an outro. Jesse?
Well,
it's your opportunity here.
everybody go check out my website, standup3d.com. There's a video on there. I got a deal going on. May have some other deals going on here in the near future also. Besides that, I'll put it up on my Instagram, which is standup3d for my Gottlieb his ass. Standup3D on Instagram, same on YouTube, standup3D. Yeah, support the people that support us.
Sounds good. Lumi,
Now it's
your turn.
Happy I got to be here, guys. I think I think Mr. Sticker and I are going to be doing our door. Not our. Oh my gosh, I got a door in my mind.
Well, I think I'm going to be going. I'm going to be streaming sometime tonight and doing a recipe.
Yeah, we're going to be doing our Flavora recipes, our DIY Flavora recipes for that special day that, I don't know if it's a secret or not, but that special day, we're going to have them all ready.
Sweet.
Well, I wasn't going to give that much information out, but...
All right, thank you, Looney. Thank you.
Looney.
Did that come out, Looney?
No problem, Church.
Looney. Looney vapes.
Looney vapes.
All right. Fresh, what do you got to say?
So this Friday, coming up this Friday, we have Bryson from Flavora coming back on the show. We're going to be talking about the Vegas Expo, the new cookbook from Flavora. Apparently, I can tell you that we're doing some recipes for the show.
Hey, I didn't say that.
So it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one, everybody. If you've never seen Bryson on the show before, he's an awesome guy. Flavora is an awesome company. It's always great to hear from him and hear how Flavora is doing and what they're up to. So I'm excited. I'm excited because they got some big stuff coming up. Really big stuff coming up.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I just want to thank everybody that tuned in tonight. Yeah, be sure and tune in Friday for Freshy's show. And come back next week. Join us next week on Tuesday for the Fog Life. And as you go through the rest of your week, try and be nice to someone, if possible. And get off your butts and vape. Bye, everybody. Do 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 do. Boop boop be doo. Bye. Bye. Oh yeah.
Fucking magnificent.
So awesome.
Fucking magnificent.